Numerous studies have been done showing that people fear running out of money more than they fear death. But what are they doing about it? What can they do about it? We discuss this week. So people's biggest fear, again, running out of money before they die. Where does this fear come from? Why do people have it? Well, I think for reasons both explicit as well as implicit. They understand there's a lot of failures when it comes to planning for retirement, understanding what it's going to take, and again, how to make it happen. What are some of those big failures? Retirement woes being point number one. Well, one is a failure to define. Transamerica just did a study that showed about half respondents to their survey have no idea what it's going to take for them to retire and admitted to guessing the amount that they might need. Well, 42% of respondents stated, I prefer not to think about it. So we get it when something feels challenging, maybe even too big to take on. It's something that we just often avoid. Probably not a lot of you, but it could be some of your friends. But for any of us, there's probably aspects, things we know we could define a little bit better, perhaps be a little bit more realistic about. Certainly a big part of our plan and process here at 10 Capital. Number two is a failure to save. Life's expensive. We see it all the time. People who are very successful might be doing financially. The one thing that they don't have a lot of is time. And so it's something that they don't plan to spend budgeting, understanding. They just kind of know, live within my means. And it isn't until they come in, really take that time that they understand this is what we are or are not spending, where is all the money leaking out to. We've used the analogy of a goldfish before. We all just kind of grow to our bowls, and it isn't without a lot of intentionality that we create that space that can create that savings to help us maybe reach our future goals. Bloomberg regularly does a survey of 401k respondents. On this note, they found not only is the amount needed because of inflation likely going up for people in retirement, but the savings that they have is going down. Early withdrawals from retirement accounts are up 36% year over year. And general confidence in ever being able to reach your financial goal has dropped from 47% to 37%. Point number three is the failure of traditional models. Matt's gonna pull up a chart. It's a part of a piece from Apollo showing the 60-40 model so many people use who are using generic indexes or working with a broker advisor who's kind of just following a stale old model is not working. Not only is that model not working in and of itself, but again, the cost of life is going up. And as a consequence, this survey data shows percentage of comfortable retirements has dropped almost 40 points in the last 5 years. The lastly we touch on is just the failure of human wiring. 2/3 of us are protectors. We view money as security. Part of that wiring makes us feel like we never have enough. And so these are the different challenges that we've got to battle. How are we facing down these challenges? Well, there's two big ways. Number one is what we'll just call the bucket strategy. Those people who think, I've got to get this bucket, and whether you want to think of the water that you need every day or the money you're going to need in retirement, how much do I get of this thing I need into this bucket? The problem with this is markets don't work the same way that our life expenses do. Life expectancies come month after month, year after year. Market returns come in very disparate ways. So if you're looking at this sequence of returns chart, this is the big risk our high income philosophy is meant to address. You've got two people, both who we know are going to average 10%, both people who are going to take out a couple percent less in terms of their distributions, and yet the order in which the returns of the markets or their portfolios happen dramatically change their end result. For client A, they get off to some good years earlier in retirement and have plenty of money after 10 years. For client B, same plan, money drops down to a very dire level after 10 years because markets for them got off to a rough start. We don't know how to time markets when it comes to portfolios. You shouldn't be timing market when it comes to your plan. And that, again, is one of the big disconnects we've seen in the industry. How do we address this here? Find your stream, as we say. In this case, find your income stream. Much like it's easier to not have to lug around a big basket of water, but rather find that stream that can provide you a source of water, so too with income. We want to be able to build a portfolio of assets, companies, real estate, fixed income. It's going to give us that income stream year in, year out, match that income up to what you need to do. One, extends the longevity of your portfolio, addressing the concern of running out of money before you die by having that income defined regardless of market returns. Two, for those people trying to save and maybe using this as a methodology to do that, the reinvestment of dividends becomes a great savings tool in addition to whatever you might be able to pull off your own income. And part three, for those again who might not even be yet to retirement, it becomes a great source of income for unexpected expenses to keep you from having to dip into those buckets that are better left alone for a long time. In short, you can't time the markets. You don't want your portfolio about timing markets. You don't want your retirement plan about timing markets. And the good news is, as we've talked to you in the past, you don't have to be a predictor. Successful financial planning is not about predicting the weather. It's not about being a weatherman. As we say, it's about being a great sailor. Have a plan, a portfolio like your boat that's seaworthy. Get some captains on your ship that know how to navigate the inevitable storms and challenges that are likely to come, and you can put to rest those worries that far too many people carry. At the end of the day, financial success is not just about financial stability, it's also about peace of mind, and with a little bit of planning, you can find that too. Appreciate it as always. Talk to you soon.